Hi everyone, I'm Kat Thompson. I am one of the staff writers here at Thrillist. I cover all things fast food, and I want to announce that we are doing this big event, Fast Food Awards, called the Fasties. So here at Thrillist, we take fast food really seriously, even though we don't take ourselves really seriously. But we love to cover fast food, love to tell you guys what are all the best things to eat in the fast food realm. So yeah, we're gonna just eat a bunch of the stuff, or I'm gonna eat a bunch of the stuff, answer some questions you guys may have sent in, and go from there. Okay, what should we start with? I think I'm gonna start with a Popeyes chicken sandwich. So this launched last year, as you guys probably know, and like kind of set the internet on fire. Not just the internet, like everyone was like going crazy waiting in all these lines for it. I honestly don't think it's overhyped. I think it's very good. It's like the batter has like this extra like crunch in it. The pickles are barrel cured. It actually took, I think Popeyes started working on the sandwich in 2016. So like it was a long time coming, and they really thought about it. Like the buns are brioche. It's just a really good sandwich. So especially for $3.99, like, okay, here we go. It never gets old. It was definitely like my 7th time having this. It was really good. I don't know if you can hear the crunch, but like as I'm chewing it, it's very crunchy. Oh, and the pickles, these little pickles are so good. Okay, so I'm gonna answer some questions. What was the best part of the chicken sandwich debate? I think, in my opinion, something I really enjoyed about the chicken sandwich debate, like something that happened was there's a bunch of like corporate Twitter accounts like feuding on the internet, which was funny to watch if you're not like, oh, corporations are taking over America. But what I liked the most about it is that everyone was able to have an opinion, because the chicken sandwich is a very accessible thing. Like I said earlier, it's $3.99. Everyone can get their hands on it. Everyone can go to Chick-fil-A and try both and compare. So I think it's cool that like everyone can chime in and have like a larger discussion on social media, and people can be a part of it. And that's kind of why I do like to cover fast food. It's because you might not agree with my opinions, I might not agree with yours, but we can still all have the opinions because we could still all afford a, dollar menu French fry or breakfast at McDonald's or what have you. It's cool that we can join in on this larger conversation. Not all food is accessible like that, so yeah. I feel like I should move on to a different item, but it's so good that I don't want to. Okay. This question says, do pickles really matter on a burger? I think it depends on what else is in the burger. I personally am like a huge pickle fanatic, so I always want pickles to be on my burger. I'm trying to think of like a burger that doesn't have pickles that is still successful. But if it were up to me, like every burger would have pickles, just because like something about like the fat, the cheese, the meat, the acid in the pickle, like the vinegar just really cuts through all of that. And like, I don't know, pickles are just so good. I love pickled anything, like kimchi. Yeah, actual pickles, pickled jalapenos. So like, give me all the pickled items and I'll happily eat them. I'm gonna revisit this in a second. This is a Dave's Double from Wendy's. Does this burger have pickles on it? Oh, it does. Good. Let's see. Those corners. Wendy's is known for their square patties because they don't cut corners. I don't know if that's actually the reason that they do that, but I read that somewhere. And I love Wendy's burgers because they use fresh beef, which really does make a difference. Like McDonald's has a new quarter pounder, like they updated their quarter pounder and they also use fresh beef now, and it made a world's difference. It's so much better. Thank you. This is a good question. should nuggets need sauce to be good? I want to say nuggets shouldn't need sauce to be good, but on the flip side, like I feel like nuggets are incomplete without sauce. Like those things kind of go hand in hand with each other. So like if you really come down to it, like if a chicken nugget is already juicy, has a great batter, it probably shouldn't need a sauce, but even a good chicken nugget will be improved with a good sauce. So I think nuggets necessary to have sauce. What is the best chicken nugget sauce? That is also a good question. People will say barbecue. I disagree wholeheartedly. I hate like barbecue sauce with chicken. I'm definitely a ranch person, really into honey mustard. I like the occasional hot sauce too. Sweet and sour at McDonald's is a very nostalgic favorite as well. Thank you. This says, what limited edition sauce would you bring back? One of my favorite sauces of all time is from Taco Bell. It's their Reaper ranch sauce. And it's like a ranch that's actually made with Carolina Reapers in it, which is one of like the spiciest peppers in the world. And it's actually one of those like fast food sauces that actually feels spicy for once. Like I really like hot sauce. I love hot food. So every time like there's a fast food item that's like, oh, this is gonna be like really spicy, it almost always disappoints and isn't actually quite spicy. So if we could bring back the Carolina Reaper all the time, that would be ideal. Taco Bell did bring it back this month in these double stacked tacos that they have, but I think it's gonna go away like in February because they always do that. It comes back, it leaves. I know people are also really into like the Szechuan sauce from McDonald's. I've actually never tried that sauce, so I can't speak on it if I think it's good or not. I do like sweet and sour things, so I feel like it probably is like a really good item, but I've just never had it. So McDonald's, if you're watching this, send us some so we can do a taste test. We'll include it in our next, roundup. Yeah. Oh, my foot is numb. This burger has raw onions in it, and I like it in this burger. I usually prefer a grilled onion, but this is nice. It's like tangy. Oh, I finally got to the pickles. Best part, pickles in a burger. Thank you. Okay, if I'm gonna discuss this next thing, I should probably do this next thing. What do we think about fries dipped in Frosties? So I have a Frosty right here. It's a vanilla Frosty, and it's funny because we had a debate in the office whether vanilla is better or chocolate. I prefer vanilla. I'm not a huge fan of chocolate ice cream. Like, I love chocolate anything, but I don't like chocolate ice cream. And the interesting thing about, I'll get some Wendy's fries. The interesting thing about the chocolate Frosties at Wendy's is that they use a vanilla base and then they blend it with chocolate syrup. So it's still vanilla-esque, but I prefer a classic vanilla Frosty. This one's pretty melted. It's like a shake now. Oh, but the question, okay, fries dipped in Frosties. Yeah, why not? Salty and sweet have always gone together. I don't think that there's any sort of problem with mixing salt and sweet, especially when you have like a fresh, hot batch of fries. I'm gonna try it with the McDonald's fries because McDonald's fries are the best. Yeah, why not? I have no problems with this. Also, I love Wendy's Frosties are so good. They had a new birthday cake Frosty that came out last year, which I thought was gonna be like too sweet because birthday cake stuff is usually like too sweet, but it was really good. And they had a sundae that had like sugar cookie pieces in it and sprinkles. It was really cute. Yep. If you haven't tried that, you should definitely try fries dipped in a Frosty. Thank you. Would you ever get a grilled chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A? Yeah, I don't see why not. It's actually interesting because Chick-fil-A launched like this new kale salad and they do grilled chicken now. So honestly, if you're like a keto eater or trying to be like a little bit more conscious about like what you're eating, especially when you like don't have time and you have to like go through to a fast food spot, like that wouldn't be a bad option to have grilled chicken. Or I think they do grilled chicken tenders too, and that's even better because then you can like skip out on the carbs or skip out on, all that other stuff. So I'm gonna eat a Doritos Locos Taco now. Fire sauce is my favorite sauce from Taco Bell. So I'm gonna squeeze some of that on here. Yeah, I don't know, fire sauce is like the best. I think Diablo is supposed to technically be spicier than fire, but it's not as good. It's like smokier. Fire's tastes better. This was such an innovation when it came out, and I think it's still such a crazy concept. I actually was lucky enough to go to the Taco Bell headquarters, I think 2 weeks ago, a little while back, and they told me that developing this item took them like four or 5 years. Like, it took a crazy long time. And that's something I think people don't really realize about fast food, is that you can have the idea like, oh, let's throw Doritos dust in like the tortilla shells, but to actually like implement that idea takes a long time, because after you create it, you have to test it. Like, do people actually like this item? And then from there, like, how do we make it to scale? Like, you have like thousands of restaurants across the country. How are we gonna make sure this tastes the same at every single restaurant that we have? So it's kind of a, you know, a big undertaking that like next time you bite into a Doritos Locos taco, you should consider. I love Taco Bell. So good. Okay. This says, build your ideal fast food meal regardless of location or store. So we actually kind of did this on our Thrillist podcast, The Best and the Rest. If you should definitely listen to the episode if you haven't already. But my ideal fast food spread would definitely come from a bunch of different chains, because each chain does something different. That's well. I'm gonna take a bite of this. My main course, In-N-Out Double Double. In-N-Out Double Double with animal style, which means that it has grilled onions as well as pickles and extra animal sauce, which is like this like In-N-Out's version of Thousand Island. It's really good. In-N-Out, I'm from LA, so I'm a very devoted In-N-Out follower. That would be the main course. For an appetizer or on the side, I'd probably get McDonald's McNuggets. Classic, nostalgic, super, I don't know, like something about their casing, the shell of a McNugget is so good. It's like so different. No other chicken nugget tastes quite like that. So I'd have McNuggets with honey mustard on the side. Maybe some McDonald's French fries too, because McDonald's French fries are really good. To drink, either vanilla Coke or Baja Blast. I like a good Baja Blast, which is like from Mountain Dew. It's like a tropical Mountain Dew. What other components are there? Dessert. My favorite dessert is from this chain called Yoshinoya. It's this chain that came from Japan originally. There's a bunch of locations in California. And they make this cheesecake, and I can't explain it to like, every time I tell people it's like my favorite fast food dessert, they're just like, what the hell, like a cheesecake at this like gyudon restaurant. And gyudon is like a beef bowl, Japanese style beef bowl. But yeah, their cheesecake is like super creamy, and like it has some like tang to it. There's like sour cream in it, or something about it. It's not overwhelmingly sweet. It's like cheesy and good in the graham cracker crust. So buttery. I'd have that for dessert. If I didn't have that, Jollibee fried chicken. That'd be a good addition too, because Jollibee makes really good fried chicken. And they have this pie. It's a peach mango pie. It's kind of like McDonald's fried pie, but I'd say it's better than McDonald's fried pie. No. Honestly, like, they're fine, but if you ever order like a Taco Bell like $5 box or a $7 box, and this is what they give you in addition to the tacos, like, I feel like that's such bullshit. Like, no one wants these fucking cinnamon twist peanuts. I'm sorry, Taco Bell, like, I love you. Don't give this to us. Bring back the caramel apple empanada. That is an item that got discontinued. It was one of the best desserts there. I don't know why they discontinued it, but they did for some reason. So caramel apple empanada, I miss you. I think about you a lot. Bring it back. Thank you. Have you tried one of these chains in a foreign country? I have tried one of these chains. I've had McDonald's in Japan, and they had this like, it wasn't a McFlurry, it was a float, a melon soda float. So it was like a vanilla ice cream, and melon soda is really popular in Japan. And so I'm gonna eat this piece of chicken. Yeah, so it was melon soda with like clean, like swirly, and they also had a shrimp burger. So the patty was made from like minced shrimp. It was so good, like very into it. And I've also had in Thailand, they have at McDonald's for breakfast, they have this these donuts called, in Thailand they're called bajang ko, which is like a fried donut shell that you dip in condensed milk, and then McDonald's in Thailand serves them with coffee, and you can dip them in like condensed milk or chocolate. There's like a whole array. What's funny is that like when you're in Thailand, if you go to McDonald's, like that's a kind of like a bougie thing to go eat at, because the prices are still, you know, corporate like McDonald's. It's like they're more expensive than like going out into the street and having like street food in Thailand, which is interesting because it's like if you're in Thailand, why do you want to go eat at McDonald's? But you kind of do because you want to experience something different. Oh, wait, one more thing. The KFC in Thailand, I don't know if they still have this, but they used to have this meal that was like, I haven't even eaten this piece of chicken yet. They had this meal deal, and it was, you get fried chicken and then you get a side of green curry and rice, and it was fantastic. It was so good. And I think in Thailand they also have pineapple pie at McDonald's, a corn pie, and a taro pie, which I think maybe the McDonald's in Hawaii also has a taro pie. Don't quote me on that, but I'm like really interested in all the different pies because like they're just the variations that can be like from a different place. Lots of variations. But yeah, and then I went to France this past summer, and we also had McDonald's there, which wasn't as different as I thought it would be. What? Oh.
What's the sauce you're dipping in?
Oh. So my crew got me a bunch of barbecue sauce, but as I said, I'm not a huge fan of barbecue sauce. Whataburger sent me this jalapeno ranch a little while ago, and it's shockingly like pretty spicy. Like it definitely has like jalapeno flavor. I'm a big ranch person, so anything ranch I'm into. But then ranch plus spicy, great combination. So because we're recording this in New York City, there's no Whataburgers nearby. So this is our tiny shout out to Whataburger, which I've actually never had Whataburger. I really would like to try it. Thrillist, send me to Whataburger. Let's tell Thrillist to send Kat to Texas so she can try Whataburger. On my list of things to try. Bojangles is also some chain I want to try that I haven't tried yet. Thank you. Wow, this chicken tender is like really good. Crunchy. Okay. Best menu hack. I think my favorite menu hack involves Taco Bell. So something that's really cool about Taco Bell is that the menu is like completely customizable. Taco Bell is basically like 12 ingredients like reshuffled into different like shapes. So my favorite menu hack is like if you get a potato soft taco from Taco Bell, it comes in like dressed in their spicy, creamy like Chipotle sauce. It's very good. I like that sauce so much that every time I order a Crunch Wrap, which is like my go-to Taco Bell order, I'll swap out sour cream for the Chipotle sauce. So it's like a spicy Crunch Wrap. You should definitely try that if you never tried it. If you're into spicy stuff, I would say it's a pretty good menu hack. But yeah, Taco Bell, totally customizable. Like it's very vegetarian friendly. So if you're a vegetarian, you can swap out like beans for meat for basically like all the items. So it's really easy to hack to make sure like things are chill. What have I not eaten yet? The sausage McGriddle, apple pie. The only reason Wendy's chicken? Wait, where's Wendy's chicken? Oh, this is from Wendy's. I thought this was another, sorry. I thought this was a third Popeyes chicken sandwich, and I was like, I can't fit 3 Popeyes chicken sandwiches in my body, but I can try. Okay, I need to eat the Wendy's chicken sandwich, the sausage McGriddle, and the apple pie. I'll do chicken sandwich first. So I've actually had Wendy's chicken sandwich before. I wrote like a chicken sandwich ranking a couple months back, and this didn't rank super high, which is funny because Wendy's like on Twitter, they're very well known for being like for roasting people, and I'm like, Wendy's, don't come after people when your chicken sandwich is not that great. Like, I'll just show it to you. Like, it looks a little sad. I think this is their value menu chicken sandwich, not their like OG spicy chicken sandwich, but there's just like one piece of lettuce in here, just one. We'll go into it anyways. No, the bottom doesn't have any dressing, so it's a little sad. I think this should be improved. Pickles would be an improvement. Maybe if I dipped it in the spicy ranch. The thing I will say about McDonald's, or not McDonald's, about chicken sandwiches from fast food places in general, it really makes a difference if your patty is like a previously frozen chicken patty that you just like buy and like fry, or if it's like Chick-fil-A or like Popeyes where they dredge the chicken themselves and they fry it, because it just makes a world of difference for the batter, the coating. Like, there's just so much more texture, more crunch. I'm putting this one down because I don't like it and I don't want to eat too much if I don't like it. This question says best vegan fast food spot, and yeah, I mean, I touched on it earlier, but I think it probably is Taco Bell, because you can basically make anything vegan. Like, Taco Bell has this option where you say like Fresca, and that's when they take out all the cream-based sauces, all like the sour cream, and they swap it out for what's it called? Pico de gallo, like salsa, tomato salsa. So like just doing that, like you can mix sour cream, get rid of the cheese. You can get beans and rice, like sub for anything. It's just like a super, yeah, bean and rice burrito. You can get like bean and rice burrito with like sauce. Like there's now a black bean crunch wrap that you can get. Just take out the cheese and sour cream, sub pico de gallo, and like, yeah, you're good to go. Or add like guac or something. I don't know if their guac is vegan. It might have sour cream in it, but yeah, I mean, there's options. There's ways to make it more vegan-esque. So I say that's a really good option. Yeah, probably the best option, because even like the Impossible Whopper or like things at Burger King that are like vegetarian, they're still cooked adjacent or like cooked in the same grills. I mean, it might be the same for Taco Bell too. So if you're like really worried about cross-contamination, I'd be careful about where you eat fast food. But yeah, I think Taco Bell is probably, my guess, is the best one. Great. I'll have the apple pie. The reason I'm like so slow to eat this is because I ate so many. I did like a breakfast sandwich fast food ranking last week, and I ate like 12 breakfast sandwiches, and I was like, oh, breakfast sausage, like I need a break. I'll get to this at the end, but here's McDonald's apple pie, a classic. I think this might be really crunchy too. Let's see. Not that crunchy. McDonald's used to do this pie during the holidays called, aptly named, the holiday pie. And it was like a custard pie with like sprinkles. It was so good, and I can't find it. Like, my local McDonald's did not have that for Christmas this year, and I was bummed because I really enjoyed it. And then like they also do some seasonal like strawberry and cream pies and peach and cream pies, which are good too. But McDonald's classic apple is very tasty. One of my former editors told me that they put like dehydrated apple in the apple pie mixture to make it more apple-y. So, I mean, I believe that. It's very apple-y. It's so good. It's so gooey. Thank you. Oh, this is a good question for the travel team. Like, I should collaborate with the travel team. What is the best airport fast food? Oh wait, I misread this. I thought it said, what is the best airport for fast food? And I was like, I don't know. I haven't been to enough airports. What is the best airport fast food? That's hard for me to answer because I feel like when I think of airport, I think of Auntie Anne's, and I don't know if Auntie Anne's is categorized as fast food, but I love a pretzel before boarding. I don't know. What is the best airport fast food? Like, I like to get McDonald's usually because it's like always there. It's like ever present. I'm trying to think of like the airports I fly out of most of the time and what fast food I usually get. But McDonald's is usually my go-to because there's always a McDonald's at the airport for some reason. Cause yeah, I don't remember there being a Popeyes or a Taco Bell. Like if there was a Taco Bell at the airport, I would totally eat it, even though it's probably like not the best thing to eat before like getting on a plane. Oh, okay, here's another thing. I feel like people always talk about how Taco Bell like fucks up their stomach, and that does not happen to me at all. Typically, I mean, knock on wood that doesn't happen in the future, but like stop exaggerating, you guys. It's not that bad. But yeah, I would eat Taco Bell before getting it. I love Taco Bell. But yeah, I think that my answer would be McDonald's because I think that's the one that's the most present of all the airports and all the flights I've taken. That's one I can recall ever eating before a flight. Okay. I'm coming for the sausage McGriddle. I'm starting to breathe heavy. I'm definitely gonna revisit this chicken sandwich though. It's so good. I think the sausage McGriddle is so... The McGriddle in general, like this pancake bread is so magical because it just has these like pockets of maple syrup, or I don't even think it's maple syrup. I'll say pancake syrup because I don't think it's derived from maple trees. Yeah, the little gooey pockets of pancake bread, so bomb. And especially with sausage. Sausage is so salty, and this is so sweet. It's a good balance. I just tried, McDonald's just released a McChicken McGriddle this morning. So instead of a sausage, it's a McChicken patty in the middle. So they're trying to do chicken at breakfast. I think they're still riding like the trend of chicken sandwiches. I'm not the biggest fan. I think sausage is better because I think the McChicken patty is too plain that if you're eating McChicken with like this pancake bread, the sweetness of this just like overwhelms the chicken that you just, yeah, it's not, it doesn't have the same like push and pull of the salt of sausage and the sweetness of pancake bread. Yeah, even though I ate like 12 of these last week, so good. These little syrup pockets. Oh, my foot is numb. Thank you. Okay, this is the last question, which is great because I'm starting to breathe heavy. Okay, sweet potato fries, onion rings, or curly fries? Oh. The interesting thing about this question, my go-to answer almost would be onion rings, but then it depends on what type of onion rings, because if they're like panko fried or if it's like a beer batter, it's like a fluffier, oilier casing, like it really depends. Because I think a bad onion ring would be the worst thing. Like I think a bad sweet potato fry could still like survive, and a bad curly fry would still be good, but a bad onion ring is like super greasy and soggy and like not good. So I think overall, I think I'd go with curly fries. Jack in the Box makes really good curly fries, and that's kind of where my brain goes to. But regular basic ass French fries, number one for sure. Like always number one. So yeah. If you forgot, my name is Kat, and I primarily cover fast food at Thrillist, which is why I know so freaking much about fast food. I just eat it all the time. I like go to the headquarters. I learn a lot about new menu releases, deals, all that stuff. So it's a really fun beat, and I'm happy to report on it. Happy to answer any questions you guys may have. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Kat Thompson with 2 N's. And the Fasties are coming up, so you should definitely read our reports, read our reporting, not our reports, see what we picked as our favorite fast food breakfast sandwich, our favorite fried chicken sandwich, our favorite burger. We cover all sorts of topics. There's a bunch of nominees. So if you're like super interested in fast food like I am, this is definitely something that you have to check out. So yeah, the Fasties are coming, and I hope you guys enjoyed this.